I didn't scream, not even when the first contraction hit. The pain rolled through me in waves, sharp and relentless, like knives carving truth into my body. I reached for my phone, fingers trembling, and called him, my husband. The line clicked. Then came the unmistakable sound, moans. Not mine, not the hospital-like ones of labor, but soft, deliberate, intimate. Her voice, his mistress. I stayed silent, let every second stretch. My hand shook as I held the phone to my ear. I hit record. Every confession, every betrayal, in sound and breath, captured. And then I sent it to him, my father-in-law, the general, the man who built empires and commanded fear with a glance. I knew the storm I'd unleashed. I met him 10 years ago at a gallery opening. He was charming, magnetic. My world brightened when he smiled. I loved him like a fire that warmed every corner of me. I believed in us. The promises, the whispered plans, the late-night laughter, they all seemed indestructible. I had no idea betrayal could hide behind a kiss so soft. It started small. Late nights at work, mysterious texts I dared not open, a perfume I didn't recognize lingering on his collar. I convinced myself I was paranoid, until I found the first message, a name, an address, a date. I didn't confront him, I didn't collapse. I watched, I cataloged. Every lie, every subtle shift in behavior became a thread, and I pulled them all, slowly, carefully, weaving a web tight enough to trap a man who thought he could outsmart me. I began planning. I couldn't afford to lose control, not now, not ever. I documented everything, bank transfers, late-night rides, hotel bookings. I knew the language that would bring him down. Not mine, not emotional, but undeniable. Proof. Cold, sharp, perfect. I researched his father, learned his routines, his weaknesses. Respect and fear were his currencies, and I wielded them silently. I built my arsenal in shadows, letting him think I was oblivious. Every smile I gave him, every caress, every night I feigned ignorance, added fuel to the fire. Then came the night my water broke, alone, terrified, and in pain. I called him, hoping for help, but instead, the truth came alive in sound. I stayed calm. I recorded everything. Every moan, every whispered name, every confirmation of what I had suspected but never wanted to know. Then I sent it to my father-in-law. I watched as the text delivered more than evidence. It carried judgment. I imagined the ripple of command spreading through his empire. I imagined the general's eyes, cold and calculating, as he digested the betrayal, not just against me, but against the family honor. The confrontation came days later. I didn't yell. I didn't plead. I stood across from him, pregnant belly swelling, eyes steady, voice low and measured. "You've been busy," I said. He laughed, nervous, a man on the edge of panic. "Do you know who's coming for you?" I asked. And I let him imagine the father, the law, the ruin I had orchestrated. I watched his carefully constructed world collapse in real time, brick by brick. He realized, finally, how vulnerable he had made himself, not through force, but through exposure. Every secret, every lie, every betrayal I had collected became a weapon. I didn't strike, I released it, and he fell. In the aftermath, I sat alone in the quiet of my bedroom. Labor still coming, pain still slicing through me, but I was free. Not from him, I would never need him, but from the illusion of safety he had built. I thought about my child, the life coming into the world, and I realized I had taught them something powerful. Strength isn't loud. Strength waits. It watches. And when the moment comes, it delivers. He is gone now, his empire shaken, his arrogance shattered. I feel no pity, only clarity, only the cold satisfaction of justice, finally, perfectly executed. Betrayal had come for me in the dead of night, but I answered. Not with screams, not with tears, with strategy, with patience, with power. And when the first cries of my child filled the room, I understood. I had survived the storm. I had risen from the ashes of deceit, unbroken, untouchable, and victorious.